Oh, it's the first time I've ever seen a fox like you, Pa.
Come, we've been waiting for you. Bah!
Where did you get your outfit from? It's so pretty.
Thanks.
This den of incessant harpies.
Oh, I didn't know we had guests. And Lando, it's good to see you in such good spirits.
Old man Charbonneau asked me to deliver this to you. It's about Prince Barhan.
Well then, I'll prepare us some tea inside.
I'll save my eardrums the screeching and wait outside.
time I've ever seen a fox like you, Pa. Oh!
Aren't our little pop... It may seem like just a simple citron orchard now, but this was the birthplace of Prince Barhan's mother, Queen Maruman. I was Maruman's... No, her Hillsworn name was Baram. Throughout our childhood, we were the closest of friends. My closest friend, Baram. The queen of a kingdom, Maruman. However, she was once the shaman's heir, and walked the path of prophecy. Then, one day, she suddenly ceded her position to Invish, and was secretly wed in a marriage of state.
Huh? But doesn't being heir to the shaman also make marriage a big no-no?
She said it was an agreement between nations, but Ailton is too... She said little else on the topic. Her stance was that this was one of the King Torme falling in love with. Though she did promise to return to the Mountain of Eternal Winter.
Look, I don't know
Who knows? That is something only Baram would know. And before the Highlands embraced her, she gave me something. The single child that she bore with King Torme was the first prince of Valencia, Prince Barhan. Barhan Nesser. If Barhan ever comes looking for my memento, give him this, along with the hills. If Barhan ever comes looking for my memento, give him this, along with the Hillsworn name. If Barhan...
My turn to play with it.
Is this the memento Queen Maruman asked you to give to Prince Barhan?
Yes, it is. It is written in Gardaka's code.
Look at these weird...
Prince Barhan will understand. Now let me prepare you a gift. This is a huge weight off my chest. I thought, what if I pass on before the prince comes looking for it?
figured you'd want to treat the future Khan to more of your overseas delicacies. Why'd you come all the way here anyway?
Moslin asked us if we would like to go see a place where people the world over gather.
Hey, you papu chatterboxes. Let the guests go already and get back to work.
What a party pooper! It's filled with the vitality of the Mountain of Eternal Winter, so it's sure to grow well anywhere. If you enjoy it, the orchard could always use more farmers.
Barhan, stop digging any further. Baram had no choice. Please, understand.
So guys, how about we mosey on over to Ailton?
No. We need to go complete the third trial.
Lord Jordine?
Hmm?
Thank you for helping me. Thank you so very much again.
Long ago, you were dragged off to Calpheon and made to be a fool. Think of this as recompense for not being able to protect you back then. But from this day forward, speak not my name, or the events of today will continue to haunt you. Banish all thoughts of me. It's plenty enough if only I remember.
Wow.
I need none of your concern.
Over there. Trust me. The third trial is most definitely in that direction.
That's just the road to town. You're going to town, aren't you? You don't actually have any idea where the third trial is.
Yes, of course we're going to town. Oh, lovely Ailton. Surely even your demon legs must get tired.
I have no interest in sightseeing. There's no town better than Hydael anyway. Now that I think of it,
Only those who...
the path of prophecy. That aside, no wiser citizen would heed your...
Yeah, considering you just got done saying...
Read the clue about the third trial.
The third witch is Bronte, the Witch of Thunder. The molar that stewed in the furnace's fires wishes to sit atop Bronte's bolt tree.
Let us return to that farm. Marslan, was it? She'll have the answer, I'm sure of it.
Hey, have a little more faith in your companions. In 2 trials, how many times have I steered us wrong? Twice? That's nothing. Remember Professor Talbudai? The Winter Tree researcher we met at Aweena's Tale? Let's go find her. She holds a seat on the Ailton Grand Conference. But she's probably at Snowstorm Guard Post training her disciples. I mean...
To Snowstorm Guard Post it is, then.
Like 3 mercenaries from your lot already ran off. This is a breach of contract. There's penalty fees for that sort of thing, you know.
The Manul mercenaries keep asking us for shift rotations ahead of schedule. I already knew you were lacking any real wartime experience. But at least listen to those with the experience you lack, no matter how high the pay. We can't continue to work in a place like this. We quit! If you have any complaints, be sure to bring it up with Odelphin at the office. But if you want to talk with us, bring me your captain. They didn't just abandon you here while they ran off like chickens, did they?
This here's the Snowstorm Guard Post. Hired through Odelphin's mercenaries office, were ya? I'm only gonna explain the situation once, so listen up. Our mission is to defend this location from the Okjinshini. Hilton is to our backs. We're the town's last line of defense. What are Okjinshini? Well, they're creatures, to be sure, so remain vigilant.
Is such incompetence catching?
What did you say?
If you heard not...
You scoundrel! If I wasn't on duty right now, I would have...
Are you looking to test your skills?
Tabudai is no longer here. She left the post to investigate the tree in Bronte's Fold.
Good. We were in search of that tree ourselves.
Who gave the order to abandon your post? Are you a madman? Huh? You! Which mercenary guild are you from? Oh-ho! That attire! Any chance you're one of Billow's rookies? Do you know who I am? I'm Aijin! I was chummy with Billow's baby...
What's with all the ruckus? Why is Aijin blowing his top?
Oh! Gunbold! Look at these big, strong mercenaries I've brought you.
It's been a while. Still the jokester, it seems. But I did warn you. This place is dangerous. You shouldn't be here. I promised you'd be the first to know if we find any trace of the Khan. Though, while you're here, pay a visit to Temujin at the training ground. We finally got a hold of some injured winter tree spirits, but Temujin is terrified of them. It would be great if you could go over and give him a hand.
Oh, so you rank...
You scoundrel! If I wasn't on duty right now, I would have...
Lando, still a young and foolish Abetz, was naive enough to bring you here. And I don't care what you... Especially if you intend to bring along Lando, the heir of our Khan. But I am the commander of this post. If you have something to say, I will listen.
As someone that bore the fangs of the lion and fought for our freedom, it pains me to see you in such a state as this. You recruit far too many mercenaries, causing them to bicker among themselves while you stand there without an inkling of concern for the infighting that ensues. You say they merely need to stand guard, but they let us in, complete strangers, without the tiniest bit of suspicion. You're so filled with fear of your enemies, you can't even imagine going to fight them on the field. How do you plan to win a war like this? Is Ailton sitting atop a gold mine? hiring all these third-rate mercenaries that enlist to do a mediocre job and collect their pay. If you've not struck gold here, then these people are being bled dry for nothing. If you too are mercenaries, then you will need to work for your money's worth.
Guess I needn't worry about leaving Lando's life in such capable hands. Let's continue talking inside. You look fairly young. Sure you're even old enough to have seen war?
Seen war? I'm constantly embroiled in it.
Oh, spoken like a commander. Leadership experience is pretty impressive for one of your age.
I apologize if I am unmoved by the praise of a third-rate commander that can't even keep a mercenary army of this size in order.
This guy's got fire in him. Once you get older, you'll learn. The world has no outcome brought about without reason. But anyway, you said you're looking for Bronte's Bolt.
We will be heading beyond it to the Mountain of Eternal Winter. We are currently undergoing the trials of the 6 witches.
Looking for the eunuchs, I see. We have a saying around here. There are 4 seasons within the winter, and they revolve around the eunuchs.
And you're telling me this because...
Right now, out of the 4 winters, this is the winter that courts death. Best to stay out of winters like this. I shall allow you passage to Bronte's Bolt. But there's a catch.
We are not taking Lando.
This guy, sharp as a blade he is. The abets that once called those ruins their home gather there. Talk with them, and they will help you with your trial.
Do you know anything about winter tree fossils? If you want to climb the mountain, first visit Umtur, the winter merchant in Aelton.
It's a big mistake from Commander Gunbold. The soldier in charge of rationing just picked up and left without a word. Sheesh. I thought we were kind of close. Seems I was mistaken.
You can do the cooking. I will ration it.
Everyone is starving. Empty bellies make for empty talk, as they say. If you can make it up this far, you must know some cooking basics. Everyone is starving. Empty bellies make... Everyone is starving. Empty bellies make for empty talk. Everyone is starving.
You can do the cooking. I will ration it. you can do the cooking. Ganbold told us to ask you about Bronte's boat. I'm truly aware of how hard it is to rebuild from utter ruin. However, I must know the details. Could you assist me?
It's such an old tale that most of them won't remember. However, forgotten tales are somewhat of a specialty of mine. Maternal Chief Records Officer at your service. A few days after the humans had left for the forbidden Black Mountain to meet the great founder, a new group of humans arrived and began to uproot a white tree devoid of leaves. "Why are you uprooting this tree?" Ale asked, to which the humans replied, "This lightning-struck tree was once Bronte's, the Witch of Thunder. She used it to teach us how to tear off a dragon's wings. We were grateful for her wisdom, but when storms came, lightning would set the tree ablaze. Now the witch is gone, as will we be soon. Who will douse the flames that threaten to engulf our village? Until all that existed here exists no more upon our return." Ale thought a moment. "There's no need to uproot the tree. We will keep it safe in your absence." But the human replied, "Would you take the witch's wisdom from us? Only we can rule over the dragons." And with that, they uprooted the tree with finality and left. But Ale couldn't stand it. Much like the dazzling light at Awena's tail, he felt the tree calling out to him, this time in painful moans. His tears began to flow, but when they hit the ground, in their place grew another tree. As for the humans' fears, well, they never came to be. After the witch's death, an eternal winter befell this place.
Then, ultimately, as soon as it rained...
It is nearly impossible for rain to fall there by natural means. Actually, it is impossible. But for Invish, the sage of the Abets...
Everyone, get up and head to cover! It's Professor Tabudai. She's returned with grave injury from Bronte's bolt!
Professor. Professor, take this oak pill of flames. It will slow the spread of the poison.
Poison? The Oak-Jinshini are using poison?
Gonbold, no. It's not the Oak-Jinshini.
Dang. Hey, y'all see cuz? Dude got the smoke coming out of him with the poison. Like, he got it bubbling all up in him, boy. How he still standing?
It's you. From Awena's tale. Is Lando here as well? Bring him here. I have something urgent to tell him. It's you. you.
It's a winter spirit! How did they catch it alive? Didn't anyone ever tell you not to build houses around sick little trees? What did you say? Professor Tabudai? Oh, okay, I'll go right now. Professor Tabudai!
It's poison. Tell your quick-footed friends in your fleeing fox squad, was it? Do you remember your lessons on the ecology of winter trees? It's of little matter now. Much like dandelions. Second, planting them because they have a superstitious belief. That's why
Professor, you need to save your breath. The poison will...
A monster that I've never seen was planting a seed near Bronte's bolt tree. And as soon as the seed was planted, they are using the winter trees as some sort of indicators. So we need to tell everyone in the area of the Mountain of Eternal Winter to find all the locations where the dread winter trees took root. Also, get them to safety.
What about the monster?
Probably. But it couldn't have gotten far. I bound it with the tooth of the swamp when it wounded me.
A new enemy. A new threat. Commander Gunbolt, I have a proposition. First, I need you to evacuate everyone at the refugee camp to Ailton. Send your fastest men to the southern and eastern watchtowers. As for the rest of your soldiers, have them assist the villager evacuation. Then, have them all gather here and stand in formation. Unfortunately, we have zero knowledge about this new threat. But, if you focus on mustering the best defense you can here, that will allow us to go out in search of the monster. However, if we are successful in vanquishing it, then you must help us make a lightning bolt strike the Bronte's boat tree. This blood likely came from the professor. We'll follow the trail to the monster. So this is Bronte's boat tree. Huh. The monster is definitely still close by.
seeing your skills up close, I was right on the mark about them.
It wasn't just me. Did like X's show up when I was attacking dude at one point in time towards the end? If y'all can verify that with me, let me know.
Hey, what are you standing around slack-jawed for? Follow his lead. You intend to stay weak and defenseless? Hey, what?
I've never once seen this monster on the path of prophecy. To think that the Okchinchini weren't the ones responsible for the Dreadwinter plantings.
Commander Gunbold made us a promise that he would aid us in making lightning strike the Bronte's bolt tree. Is it you? The one who will aid us with the witch's trial?
That's correct. Pardon me for the late introduction.
They've all been planted, oh great shaman.
You think I would use the last gift the witch bestowed upon the humans that settled this site? To think I would use the last
I have no idea what that is, but if I were a betting man, and I am, I'd say it's something amazing.
Though we dared to forget the wisdom of lightning. Please, just this once, forgive us of this sin. And bestow, once more, the wisdom that tore the wings of dragons.
It's like a miracle.
Someday, far in the future, I'm sure it will be told as a tale of mere fiction. On the path of prophecy, this is known as the Star of the Winterland. A Winterland world blanketed with snow. There, all worldly boundaries are erased, as the snow unites all within as one. A majestic castle that pierces the heavens, and the tattered tenements that loiter unseen in its shadow. The radiant beauty, the festering wounds, all become one in the ever-mounting snow. This is why we love the mountain of eternal winter. We believed it would be eternal. That was our hubris. After the mysterious explosion at the Sherakan iron mines, a sound we hoped would never be heard echoed from the mountain, from the silent haven of slumbering origin. A steady crackling, likely from the Yenix, since the haven is the cradle that embraces it. Obviously, the Yenix was lost long, long ago. However, before we could make sense of it all, these monsters began to appear. If it is a life birthed by the mountain, we cannot raise arms against them. Please, take on this burden that we cannot, so that the mountain of origin may keep its peace.
The fourth witch is Lesha, the witch of the star for the first times.
Where life and death cycles in the heavens, that would be at the end of the path of prophecy in Jade Starlight Forest.
The Oak-Jinshini's Jade Starlight Forest? That Jade Starlight Forest? That's where my dad went and never returned from! No, it's too dangerous! Why does it have to be there? I can't go with you guys! Oh, what'll you do without me to save you?
As if that's of any concern. I never expected you to be useful. We just need to cut down whoever gets in our way. Let's go.
Please, tread carefully. Our Khan, the leader of the Abets, may still be alive. Whatever you do, please, don't do anything that would put him in danger.
When did the Oak-Jinshini destroy this place?
After he entered the Jade Starlight Forest.
Then he is most likely dead.
No! How can you say such a thing?
If you are the heir of the Khan, you must look the ugly truth of reality in the eye. Then search carefully for any sign of hope. I'll ask again. Why did you want to climb that mountain?
Then allow me to make this one request. Please talk to the Bahitram people at the entrance to the Jade Starlight Forest first. There are those that have observed the Oak-Jinshini for much longer than we. They could have seen signs that we might have missed.
Let's move quickly.
Please.
Price I pay for using this borrowed power. Damn, I reacted too emotionally earlier. Some old memories resurfaced. I reacted too emotionally earlier.
They call the place Bronte's Bolt. It is a place born of conflict between two tribes. You were sent by the Abet shaman, Invish. It pains me to say this, but there is no path through the forest that will completely avoid the Oak-Jinshini. I completely understand where Shaman Invish is coming from. The Abets and Oak-Jinshini were once on quite until that changed. This used to be a place of meeting. The Abet's Chief Hunvish and the Oak Jinshini Chief Floki were extremely close. So close that they would sit together, even during blizzards, to eat oak pills and drink together. Both are of the Mountain of Eternal Winter, and both are children of Labreska, one born from her tears, and the other from her wounds. But soon after the recent mysterious explosion at the Shirikon Iron Mines, events beyond our understanding started to occur at the Abet's most sacred place. A place they considered their site of origin. When a totem in the Zavir Highlands was destroyed, the investigation unbelievably concluded that it was the doing of the Oak Jinshini. Ultimately, the Khan came to the forest in search of the truth. He brought no guards, perhaps as a sign of trust. However, that evening, we definitely heard it from high atop a hill. The forest was filled with screams that night.
Was the Khan tortured?
No. It was the screams of the Oak Jinshini. I cannot fathom what happened. However, we are certain the Khan did not re-emerge from the forest, and the angry Oak Jinshini set about destroying the village.
So, someone slaughtered the Oak Jinshini?
When the Oak Jinshini lose all physical strength, their souls return to the flame of origin and they are reborn. Therefore, as long as their origin flame isn't extinguished, they cannot die.
Would one such as the Khan have acted so rashly with this knowledge?
As I said, his trust was enough that he went in unarmed.
However, there was one thing that was strange. The leader wasn't with the group that attacked the village, so the Oak Jinshini Chief Floki has also completely disappeared. What in the world happened in the forest that night?
But why do you want to go into the forest?
Where life and death cycles in the heavens. Is this the flame of origin you mentioned before?
Ah, yes. It is also referred to as such. But you can't go there right now. I was informed by Alici at Mountaintop Guard Post that the path of prophecy within the Jade Starlight Forest, where the flame of origin resides, is currently blocked by a mysterious wall. Thankfully, we have Assistant Pippet helping us conduct our investigations.
Did you not just say going into the forest is dangerous?
Well, Pippet is a Frostel Weasel, so the Oak Jinshini won't attack him. Pippet said that the wall that blocks the path of prophecy appears to deteriorate as more Oak Jinshini return to the flame of origin.
It's time for you to pull your weight. Cut the oak. I need to rest and reserve my strength. When you're ready, let's meet at the mountaintop guard post.
figure out what they're doing over there. Uh-oh, where did it go? I just lost it. How about you? Oh, you're coming up from the Jade Starlight Forest, right? A whole lot of souls were headed through the Path of Prophecy.
You're late.
Huh? You know each other? I thought you said you weren't friends.
Do we strike you as friends?
Huh. What a strange soul you are. Let's all go inside. We'll freeze if we stay out here.
The star of the Winterland seeks the face that it lost, where life and death cycles in the heavens. I've come here on account of the heir of the Khan. We could have gone straight for the Path of Prophecy, but if there is even the slightest of odds that his father, the Khan of the Abets, is still alive, then us charging in recklessly might inadvertently sever the last thread of life he's clinging to.
Then, Ilichi, how much did the wall blocking the Path of Prophecy deteriorate when this person defeated the Okjinshini?
Quite a bit. However, it's not enough. It's probably just enough to put an arm through.
Then, Pivot, we need your assistance. I know you haven't forgotten the 300-year-old stink of the Okjinshini chief's feet. Sure, they're stinky, but I honestly kind of miss that stink. It's just a hunch, but this mysterious wall blocking the Path of Prophecy that leads to the Flame of Origin. Do you think there's a chance it was Chief Floki's doing? We've searched the whole forest, and Floki is nowhere to be seen. The one place we haven't looked yet is inside the cave. I can't put my finger on why, but it feels like Floki trapped himself inside the cave on purpose and is waiting for someone to rescue him.
There is logic behind this. If he is not like the other Okjinshini that have become violent, he will recognize Pipit and try to somehow send out a signal.
Now, why don't we get some tea while we wait for Pipit to return? Now, why don't we get some tea while we wait for Pip? Now, why don't we get some tea while we wait? Now, why don't we get some tea while we wait for Pipit to return?
I appreciate everybody's talking about it today. Thank you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But I gotta put the kid down to sleep and I woke up, so I gotta cut this short for today. Outside of that, once again, thank you. And I'll be back on later.